Obligatory podcast intro.
Welcome, everyone. This is Flipping Pages with Matt and Adam, but this is not a regular episode. This is more of a discussion here. So the reason I wanted to do this discussion, now this, I guess I'll tell you what it is our favorite comic book characters.
Yeah, just like favorite.
So
very general.
It sounds general and it sounds bland, but this is what happens to Adam when you say, what are your favorite 3 movies? His mind goes absolutely blank.
I don't know what movies are.
And he can't think of literally anything.
Ever.
I told this dude to research, so I believe he has some stuff, but if I just sprung this on him, he is not doing good. He can't think about it like that. It's hilarious to me because being nerds with nerd friends, we ask that question all the time.
A lot.
Who's your favorite superhero? And just think of
can
anything.
never.
And when I tell, what about this? Oh yeah, I like him, and it's just hilarious that he can't do this.
I don't quantify it the same way. I don't ever try to rank it in my mind ever. So when something springs on me, I'm not able. I can't do it.
If I have to rank them, like actually number and pick 1, 2, 3, that would drive me
That's
crazy.
rough.
I will do like, here's my favorites.
That's way easier
In
for
no
me.
order.
So that's what I did.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
what I
You did. You got some.
And I have like 10 or a little more maybe.
I think I know some of yours.
yeah,
though.
I would imagine.
So, I'm curious, do I keep it to myself or do I see if you have these guys on your list? Because I have a few, and I think we share a few.
Oh, 100% we're going to share some.
So, are we shooting for like top 5?
yeah, somewhere around there.
Or
5.
top 3? Top 4?
Let's do 4. Nobody does 4.
No one does 4.
That's right.
Top 4. Okay. So, I'll get like 1 or 2 out of the way for me.
Okay.
Spider-Man
Yeah.
is one of my favorites. The shows, the comics, I read them when I was young. I read them when I was an adult. I've read them recently. I've always read his comics for the most part. I loved his shows, all the damn movies. He is definitely top.
Oh yeah, for me too. You know.
And
that.
So I figured he was one, and then my other one is Batman.
Oh, okay.
Because same, I read his comics.
Uh-huh.
I've always liked him. And I'll be honest, I don't like the DC universe all that much.
Yeah, I know that about you.
I think it's strange, and I just don't like it.
It's
There's some
not your cup of
stories
tea.
that are cool, but I just don't like the way their stories unfold and how they do stuff. But outside of that, Batman always had really cool comics.
Yeah.
I read random old ones. A lot of when I was, I guess, a young, 20-something, I read a bunch that I didn't quite grasp at the time because it was a totally different Batman than like the kid version of me grew up with.
Right.
This Batman was super in his mind castle and very dark and bleak and cynical, and there's a lot of metaphorical talk going on as opposed to just butt kicking.
You're right.
And then something would happen and I'd go, wait, what? Is he dead? What happened?
Right.
And I'd be thoroughly confused. But then they reset. New 52 was cool. Rebirth was cool. I've always enjoyed Batman. So those are easy.
Right.
And in no specific order. So these other ones are this is where it's difficult for me as well.
Right. I just want to say that Batman is not one of mine.
I didn't think he was.
No.
I thought Spider-Man would
Something
be.
Batman adjacent will come up whenever I start doing mine, but
You like Robin.
no. I had Robin comics when I was a kid.
Did you read that Robin War?
No.
Robin's
I didn't.
War? A bunch of Robins.
No, it looked cool actually.
They're all fighting each other. This is where I think I would go into X-Men territory.
Right.
As long with Spider-Man, I've always loved the X-Men. Read those when I was young, watched the show, had all the toys. I played with all of them. And then as an adult, I got really into them because I've mentioned it on the show before, but I had a whole shelf of about 50 to 60 or 70 graphic novels, which are collected editions of like 5 issues.
Yeah, 5
all put
and
in
up.
one.
5 and up.
So I had a lot of stories, and it was essentially one giant story involving X-Men and X-Men adjacent characters.
Yeah.
And I followed that story until the conclusion of it. So as an adult, I read more X-Men comics than probably anything.
Right.
So now I can't just say X-Men though. Right? That's not
out.
Yeah, that's easy. That's too easy. So when I think of X-Men, are any of yours X-Men?
Yeah, I have X-Men on there.
Who? Oh, Wolverine?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. I assume.
And one more.
Ooh, so now that I don't know that one.
Yep.
Mine's difficult because I've always loved Nightcrawler.
Right.
Since I was a kid, he had such a cool power. I loved the way he looked. He was dope in X2.
Oh, yeah, it was.
The beginning fight
actually
scene.
was.
Yeah, that was incredible,
Yeah.
dude.
That was one of the best parts of that movie.
Yeah, it is. It is. I used to sneak in just to watch that. And then I'd go see my movie or do whatever I was doing there.
Hell yeah.
Just loitering. Maybe just
kid
loitering,
stuff.
just hanging out. I hit a car with a tomato one time.
Ran.
I did. I ran. I didn't know. I didn't mean to hit the car. So, and I've always loved Cyclops, despite what everyone always said.
Yeah.
I thought this dude's pretty hardcore.
In that story arc that you read, the huge X-Men one, that's one of his best arcs.
Oh yeah, he is very prominent in that
Yeah.
storyline,
It's
and
cool.
pretty much front and center for damn near all of it.
Yeah, he's cool.
And that's when you saw his apathy grow.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when he started, maybe I'll get Wolverine to go start a team of killers
Yeah.
and just kill our enemies before we got to deal with them.
Yeah.
They're really violent. They kill a lot of people, and I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't want to revenge.
He wants to
or-
protect the kids. He wants to protect mutants in general. And like you said, he's just jaded and worn out and whatnot. So you see that arc in the
That's where it starts.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then after that, he becomes pretty much a bad guy
Yeah, for a
minute.
while, yeah.
The Phoenix Force gets in him, and he just turns into a badass. Super cool. I wouldn't say him, though. Now, this one's odd. Bishop.
Okay.
I loved Bishop. Always loved Bishop. I had a toy with this long black hair. I had it.
Yeah,
I
the
remember
mullet.
it because it was like wavy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the mullet. And the M carved on his hand, on his face.
Yeah.
So he has energy absorption
And redirection.
and
or
redirection,
whatever.
manipulation, I
Yeah.
guess. So he is super strong because in the show, you see him, he's a badass, but you see him using his gun every now and then.
Yeah.
In the comics, I've seen this dude take out Master Mold before.
Yeah.
Kill Sentinels with ease sometimes, and I just loved his character being sent back in time or to the future. Just, hey, check it. We hope you succeed. We'll probably never see you again. We love you.
Yeah.
Good luck. We're rooting for you.
Yeah.
And he just got to go somewhere on his own. I'm going to just thug it out.
Yeah.
I got this. And more often than not is okay.
Yeah.
I've seen him fight Cable. I've seen him fight so many bad guys, and he always holds his own for the most part, as long as you're not like Apocalypse and stuff. But again, they get pushed in the comics so hard that you see them do incredible things.
Yeah. Their feats get pretty amazing.
And I've seen Bishop, like, he hurt Apocalypse one time. So I'm not saying that for sure, but so I'm really leaning towards Bishop or Nightcrawler. That's kind of my thinking there. And Wolverine, but I never dove into his individual comics.
Yeah, I got really.
Which I know you did.
Yeah, big time.
When I was doing all the X-Men stuff, you were getting into Wolverine. And before I got into him, actually, you were
Yeah.
doing a lot of Wolverine.
I started reading a bunch of the classics era, like the 90s, later 90s, and then on, kind of.
He's in Japan a lot.
Yeah, that's the ones I didn't like, or
Yeah.
Madripoor. Madripoor in Japan, those were my least favorite ones.
Very introspective.
It was just different. I was it wasn't what I was wanting at the time.
Yeah. Blood and guts.
Yeah,
and
just
killing.
quick blood and guts. He's wearing a suit. How hardcore is he going to be? He's wearing a suit.
He slaughtered like 30 dudes. But
Yeah.
like that was after 8 issues of talking to this girl about his past or whatever
Yeah.
the fuck. There's a lot of that. That's why I never really got into his stuff. If I caught like a cool one like Old Man Logan,
Yeah.
that was a fun read.
That was amazing.
But
yeah.
no, I never delved into Wolverine except Wolverine and the X-Men. I did read when the whole chunk of that till it I think ended and became something else. All New X-Men.
Yeah.
I think that's where it went, Adam, I believe. So, damn, that one's hard. How many? I got 3. That would be 3. Fuck.
One more.
Oh, yeah, we're doing 4. We're doing 4. Okay, calm down. So, there was a cartoon, X-Men, and I think it was just one of a few of the episodes from the show
Okay.
put together to make like a movie, and I
Uh-huh.
used to rent it at some
Okay.
like mom and pop video store.
Nice.
And I watched it all the time, all the fucking time.
Yeah.
And it was him like going into the mansion, sneaking around, and like he just involved with the X-Men.
Okay.
It's like the first time they meet him or something. I could be totally misremembering. I just remember an X-Men movie with Nightcrawler and I loved it.
Uh-huh.
So I think, yeah.
Where he was discovered?
I think so. Like, he shows up to the mansion, maybe? You looking it up?
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know if you're going to find it. Like I said, it might not have been a mass-produced movie, and it was probably a few of the episodes just mushed together.
That's definitely what it was.
But I found it there, and I rented it all the time.
They used to do that a lot. They would put, like, the... on next time on X-Men, so they'd put the 3 or whatever.
Yep, like the little saga they wrote in the show.
They would release it on VHS.
So I'm sure that's in, if you watch X-Men, the 97 stuff, it's probably in there.
Oh, yeah.
In a few episodes.
Yeah, it is.
But someone made it into a movie, so yeah. I'm going to ponder these few characters.
Okay.
And I'll let you get some of yours rattled off, because there's so many X-Men. I love X-Men.
Yeah.
And then oh man, there's so many X-Men.
So this is related. So I had Cable as one of them, because I've always really liked Cable.
You have.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's one I didn't even think of.
So Cable was one. Like I said, I got a huge list, so I got a bunch to go through. I'll just go with Spider-Man, obviously, like I said, and then Scarlet Spider. I actually really like that storyline.
Even the old version?
Yes, exactly.
The tarantula guy?
Yeah.
Oh, no, Ben Reilly.
Ben
Sorry.
Reilly. Yeah. With the hoodie.
I was
and then
thinking
the
Kane.
Blue.
He's
it was
cool.
I had a couple of those comics, and I got a poster of him. It was like the size of like 2 comics put together. And it wasn't huge, you know what I mean? It's just one of those.
Did he have the vest with the hood on? Nice. Yeah.
He looked amazing.
It is cool.
Really
very
cool.
cool.
So I got that, and then to relate back to the Batman adjacent, Azrael Batman.
Oh,
Genuinely, like, up there.
Azrael's so cool. I'm playing the Batman game again.
Oh, hell yeah.
Well, my son was playing it, and he went to bed, and I'm like, shit, let me hop on this. And I found Azrael, and I was just like, damn, he's so cool.
Right.
And in this one, he's like watching Batman, meaning Batman don't know about him. Like, he's got the upper hand.
Right.
He's the mysterious badass, not the other way around. So it made him even cooler.
Yeah.
And you know what? If you watch on the intro, when Bruce Wayne, spoilers, Bruce Wayne is Batman, when you see him going into the prison, if you look up at a right moment, you can see Azrael fucking standing there. Dude, he is in it. I didn't believe him. When I started it, I watched. I looked right up at that building, and he is standing there. So cool.
That's awesome.
But so Azrael's like, I think of Century. I love Century. I love the idea of the character that's just broken man that has the power to destroy planets and shit. He is so powerful, and he's so torn and twisted. He can't be around for everything. Just the character is very fascinating and intriguing. It has complexity that I don't see in a lot of superheroes anymore. That's what I like.
Right.
Which is probably why I like Spider-Man and Batman too, because there is complexity there.
Yeah, exactly.
But I can't say Century because I haven't read all his stuff. Like, I've read a lot of it, but not everything.
Yeah.
I haven't kept up with it. He's recently been in a movie, so it's never been an effect on me, except when I first heard about him.
Okay.
And I think you were the one who told me, where I'm like, who's the Superman of the Marvel universe?
Yeah.
Because I've seen Hyperion and Gladiator, and then you're like, Century, who's that? And then I fell in love. Was like, this dude's so awesome.
That first comic was really dope. I remember reading that at Barnes and Noble.
The 2005 one?
Yeah.
When he's like, hey, I remember and I'm back.
It wasn't in 2005. It was quite a few years later. But yeah, I read it at Barnes and Noble.
Oh, no, yeah. I just meant, that's when it came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's such a cool character. So I can't pick him, though. And it just, I haven't done enough with it, and he hasn't done so much to me that I can put him on that list. But if we're doing top 10, definitely top 10.
Yeah, so like with that one, I'm reading off some not Cables or Sabretooth, but I'm kind of going to read off some ones that are on like the lower end before I get to the last few that are like definitely should be on the list. I'd like to say Superboy in the 90s, and even some of the slightly newer stuff.
Yeah.
I actually really loved that. When I was a kid.
Connor Kent? Is that it?
Yeah, that's what he goes by now. I liked his outfit as a kid when he looked like a ruffian with like a little leather jacket over his like Superman costume. Yeah. And he had like an earring and like a weird like mohawk type thing going. And I had a bunch of them.
Really?
Like, as a kid, like after.
Oh, that's funny. I never knew you liked Superboy.
Yeah, I got into Superboy, and then stopped seeing it or something. I don't remember if I stopped
Series ended or
something.
something?
I don't remember exactly. And then I just from then on. But as a kid, he honestly was like up there.
Nice.
He's another one that had a poster of.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, hell yeah. And then
Damn, I didn't have a lot of posters, man. They were all like
I got
sports
lucky.
guys.
I got lucky.
It was like Jordan and like some weird running back. Like
Yeah.
Emmitt Smith. And
Yeah, I never had sports posters. It
Yeah,
was
that's like
nerdy
all I
shit.
had.
Super nerdy shit.
Yeah, damn. I should have had those posters.
And then another one that I liked more when I was younger is Lobo.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, he's up there. And whenever I see Lobo issues out in the wild, I always get them. And then like Toxin Carnage. So Carnage, obviously. But I
Yes.
love Toxin. And I read some of the little series or whatever stuff he was in.
After
Yeah.
where he got introduced.
Yeah, and then he got big and then
Mhm.
blah, blah, blah. So I was just in love with the look.
Oh yeah,
So
so
much.
yeah, super cool. Was he still a cop?
He
He was still that cop,
I think he was a cop until he got big or something. I don't remember.
and
but
then changed guys.
something,
Because
yeah.
the cop was the original.
Yeah,
guy.
Mulligan or something.
Yeah, Mulligan the cop.
Yeah, no, he was cool. I liked that very first Venom vs. Carnage comic. where
Yeah,
he
it was
introduced
Venom
him.
versus Carnage.
Yeah.
Because that was when he introduced Carnage was like, I'm pregnant.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And Venom's like, who's the dad? And he's like, nobody.
That's not how it works.
And then, because he's like, that's his grandpa.
Yeah.
Venom is Toxin's grandpa.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's his dad. So it's like a seemingly male
Right.
only lineage there.
Yeah, those ones that busted off before he had the Scream or whatever. She was
Screech.
Yeah, Scream or
It's a
whatever.
screech.
Yeah, she was a
Screech,
female,
yeah.
and then there's been like a female Venom since then.
Yeah, there's been a few. So like, is it just does it decide on its own?
Yeah, I don't
Did
think
Carnage
so.
decide? He's
I don't
like,
think
I'm not
so.
giving birth to no girl.
I think it just happened.
You know, pink symbiote running around. Hell no. And it didn't
Pink
seem like he
symbiote,
could
dope.
control it. He was literally like,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It's like some throw up he had to get out or something.
So true, yeah.
But Toxin was very cool.
Yeah.
I did enjoy.
I love
that character.
The art in that issue where he gets introduced is just perfect for him.
Really, I hated
It's that
it.
fuzzy. It's the fuzzy,
Ugh.
soft edged. I think on the symbiotes it worked. Every
Yes.
person in the background wasn't great.
Oh, their faces were.
but
Oh,
the
I hated
symbiotes
it.
themselves
They
looked top notch.
And Spider-Man looked pretty raw. in that
Yeah,
one
he
too.
looked dope.
So
Very dark.
yeah, that comic was great.
Yeah. Kyle Rayner, Green Lantern. That's
Mhm.
another one that was huge when I was a kid.
I remember you talking about Green Lanterns a lot when we were younger.
Yeah, really liked him. He had a crossover with Silver Surfer one time.
Oh.
And it was like a double thick comic with like the kind of hardcover, you know,
Mhm.
like the pseudo hardcovers.
yeah.
I had that one.
Oh, that's cool.
It was, oh man, it was
He would dog walk.
so cool.
He
So
would
cool.
Dog walk Green Lantern.
Yeah.
Maybe not when that
Oh,
was written, but now
Yeah, he probably would. He should have.
should.
Yeah.
Cosmic Force? What was it?
Yeah,
Cosmic?
yeah.
Cosmic Force?
The
The Power Cosmic? That's
yeah.
what it is. I knew I was not saying it right.
And then you mentioned this one, Moon Knight. For a while, Moon Knight was up there.
So I think this was cool because this was in the midst of all the X-Men stuff that I was getting into.
Mm-hmm.
I was also reading Deadpool a lot, and this is when I knew you were getting into Moon Knight because we started both doing it.
Yeah.
Because you would go read one and then tell me about it, and I'm like, oh, this character sounds nuts, and I got super into him pretty much at the same time. But you were definitely for a good while. That was a guy you talked about a lot.
I hyped him up because like nobody knew who he was at the time.
I don't think so. It didn't.
He wasn't
seem-
super popular.
I
He's
mean-
never been super popular.
No, let's say the MCU show is the one that made him the most
Biggest
popular.
thing by far.
But yeah, that comic was so raw. He was like didn't have his powers.
Yeah,
He was addicted to painkillers because his knees
are
hurt.
fucked
Like,
up, yeah. So good.
and he was so brutal in that.
Yes.
and I love that like him and Daredevil kind of share that, just that brutality. Where like I think they go harder than Batman sometimes. Where it's just like,
yeah,
dude,
I think
calm down.
Kind of imply they do.
They beat the shit out of these dudes. So Moon Knight was always cool. All white.
All white.
I
yeah.
want you to see that I'm on the way to kick your ass.
Yeah.
You don't see me hiding I'm jumping off of it.
Yeah. Yelling
In plain view.
on the way down.
In plain view. And he goes, Moon! And jumps off.
And when he kicks you in the face, you go, Knight!
And he goes, he got the moonerangs. What are they?
Yeah, fucking...
The moon blades. He's just
Blades
a
of
really
Khonshu. I don't know.
cool character, how powerful is he?
Not.
Like when he has his powers.
Even when he's like super powerful for him, he's not that powerful.
Is Cap always throwing down with them and winning or losing?
When he's fully powered, he's definitely way stronger than Cap.
Okay.
But not by... He's like Spider-Man or something.
Oh, okay. That's pretty damn strong.
Strong,
but
but
yeah.
not, you know...
Mm-mm.
He's not fighting any of the big hitters.
No, he's not doing like Hulk and Century.
No, they're not calling him. We need a heavy hitter. Call Moon Knight.
Call Moon Knight.
He's got those.
I think I've seen him be like, I don't know why I'm here. He was like, why am I with Bucky
He's like
and
limping.
Doctor Strange?
He's like limping.
he
He's
was
so tired.
He was with someone weird too. He was like, why am I with you?
Yeah, I don't remember.
I don't understand this. It was the eye where the Watcher died.
Oh, okay.
I forgot what that storyline's called, but so many people, they get broken up into teams, and they're strange teams. It's Doctor Strange and the fucking Punisher together.
Oh, nice.
It's like Moon Knight, some woman, and some other character, and it's just a strange combination, and he commented on it. Why is there a wizard with a serial killer and an Egyptian god dude?
Yeah.
Like, what am I doing here? And I thought that was funny, because it's like, why you call Moon Knight?
Yeah.
But they ended up in Egypt and they needed some Egypt knowledge. And he's like, I fucking get it.
Yeah, he
I know
steps
why
up from behind. You haven't seen him for a while, and he's like, I can
that's
take
why
care
I'm
of
here.
this.
Got it. I can read that.
Yeah.
And that's it. He's like, can I go home now?
And then
I'm picking Nightcrawler.
Yeah.
I love Nightcrawler.
You figured it out?
Every time I see him, I'm excited. Every episode of a show, every comic he pops up in, always super intrigued. I remembered Uncanny X-Force, where they get Age of Apocalypse Nightcrawler to join the team, which I got to see a version of Nightcrawler that kills. And teleporting murderer is just the most scariest fucking thing ever. He was brutal and, oh man, it was a monster. So yeah, definitely Nightcrawler. Spider-Man, Batman, Nightcrawler right now.
There you go.
There you go.
go.
Sorry, I interrupted you.
No, you're good.
I've decided and was like, they gotta know.
Gotta get it out.
I almost started making bird noises just to stop you.
Spawn.
Yep.
I love Spawn.
Okay, so 16 years old to now, you have loved Spawn.
Yeah.
If we were doing numbers, I swear that's one or two.
Yeah.
I really think
it's
maybe.
up there.
Yeah, our top three.
Yeah.
For sure, because you've always been on some Spawn stuff.
Yeah.
For sure. It's a cool-ass character.
It's so good. And then we're getting into like the ones that are like definitely besides the Wolverines and so now I would say old Deadpool was my specific favorite.
Yeah,
all the way up to like 10 years
2012.
ago. So, yeah, it's a little more than that. So
2014. That's when all the Deadpool Illustrated, where he's like fighting Moby Dick.
Yeah, and I actually liked all those weird anthologies kind of style ones, but like that was
we read to a certain point.
Yes. Yeah.
And I didn't see anything after that at all, actually. So I skimmed one, and it looked pretty much the same. It looked like Deadpool.
Right.
Doing Deadpool stuff.
Yeah, so like all the way from like 90s when he had his first series, like, and then into all the Two Voices stuff.
I remember you
Those
had
were my favorites.
the big classics.
Yeah, Omnibus or classics. Yeah, dude, I got multiple of them.
If we were doing top 5 or 6, Deadpool would be in there.
Yeah.
Because I didn't read the classics, but I started around that time where you were getting into them, and I was like, fuck, I'll just read the later stuff.
Yeah.
And then I was keeping up with them. And then we finished that series. You got all the bunch of the one-shots and the weird compilation comics where it's just goofy stories, one-offs and stuff. And there was a rack of those.
Yeah.
Wade Wilson's
Love
War.
it.
There's so many. And then it started that series where it ended with him dying.
Yeah,
or wanting
true.
to die.
True.
That's where we stopped,
That's
essentially,
right.
because all that afterwards, I've skimmed, like I said, looks like it, but I've never read any of it. He joined up with Spider-Man. He did a Deadpool Spider-Man series.
Yeah.
Which
I
apparently
never read
people
it.
really liked. This
Really?
is all after where we stopped. So there's so much material that I'm like, that's why I'm like, maybe not top 4 because I don't know if I like all that stuff.
Right.
What if I'm over it?
Yeah. Well, that's how a bunch of mine are, basically. They're ones that they're my extended list. I loved them at one point, but I don't love them as much as I did before. So that's
Yeah.
gonna happen.
I loved Uncanny X-Force Deadpool. He wasn't as silly, but still crazy and a little silly.
Yeah,
That was so great. They sent him on a mission to distract him, right?
yeah,
They said, I just gave him a random place to go look at. There's nothing there.
Yeah.
It's just to get him out of our hair. And he finds Apocalypse in a child's form.
that's right.
And he's like, yeah, I found that thing you
you're
wanted.
looking for.
And he's
Yeah.
like, wait, what? Yeah, I found Apocalypse. He's here. He's a little kid. That's pure Deadpool to me.
Yeah,
And
Yeah,
there's another part where he goes on a boat, and it was in that series we were reading, the 2000 stuff.
uh-huh.
He goes onto a ship to find someone. He gets distracted, goes off somewhere else. It focuses on another character, and it ends with them getting on a boat and driving away, a small boat, and
Okay.
driving away. And the guy turns to Deadpool and says, "Hey, did you kill blah blah blah?" And he's like, "Oh my God, I didn't. What was I doing?"
Mm-hmm.
And he remembers, but it's all nonsense. It's not things that actually happened.
I remember.
He's like, I
okay.
got drunk with this famous actress, and
Yeah.
none of it actually happened.
That's not what happened.
And he's like, what was I doing? And then the ship explodes. And he's like, I was planting a bomb. That's what I was doing. But it wasn't a joke. He truly was like, what was I doing?
Uh-huh.
Because he was insane there.
Yeah,
And it was bordering on the cartoony, goofy stuff. But when it came down to it, he was still a badass.
yeah, yeah,
He
yeah,
beat
yeah.
Taskmaster with his hands and feet tied.
Yeah.
That's nasty, bro.
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
Taskmaster actively hates Deadpool.
Mhm.
He fucking hates trying to fight him.
And the shade he's thrown to Captain America. Listen, man, I got nothing but respect for you. But if we were for real fighting,
Oh, yeah.
I would cut your fucking head
Yeah.
off. Like, he said that shit
Yeah.
to him. Said it to Spider-Man, too. This ain't going to be like jokes and quips, man. You're
Yeah.
getting shot and put down.
True.
I would kill the hell out of all y'all. So, yeah, top 5 Deadpool, I think, is there. And probably
Oh, yeah.
at 5 is probably my guess.
that's,
That was
that's very fair.
very, very much impacted me.
Oh, yeah.
Because I didn't know who the character was, found him through some weird means like a video game. Who was that? And then got super into him. At the same time, you're like burning through these giant omnibuses.
Yeah.
3 of them. So much dialogue.
Yeah. It was like reading a book.
You got some more, right?
Just like
So-
one or two more, and then I'll wrap up the ones
Yeah,
where
yeah,
you
make
and me
the
think
list.
that we are the main ones. And then obviously Punisher.
Oh,
I
damn
didn't
it. That was
mention-
my last
I didn't
one.
mention Punisher. Yeah.
I'm glad we both waited.
That's
Punisher is
funny.
my 4.
Yeah.
That character, and you know what? I was thinking about Dick Tracy because that is where my love of that character comes from.
Huh.
Just a man with 2 guns.
Yeah.
And
dude.
we've said this a bunch of times, but that archetype is so cool to me. And just a one-man fucking army.
Yeah.
He's so cool.
Yeah.
So cool.
So it's Punisher War Journal, and they were cheap for whatever reason, and I could get them in the dollar bin
'Cause
or
they're so
even like
violent,
the
Adam.
50-cent bin, whatever it was. And I got a bunch in a row, and I just was like, this is insane. Like, even as a little kid. And then I just kept reading like as much of the Punisher stuff as I could. I read a whole lot.
So Bucky is a complex character.
Mm-hmm.
Brainwashed, killed people,
Right.
wants to be good. Complex.
Mm-hmm.
Ronan, Hawkeye turns to Ronan, murders a bunch of people,
Mm-hmm.
has qualms about it, thinks about it. Oh man, shouldn't have done that. Punisher has no qualms about that
Ever.
at all.
Not once.
If you are a horrible person and a criminal, he will put you down.
Immediately, with the most gruesome way possible.
That's so, let me interrogate him. Okay. He interrogates him. Okay. We'll arrest him, cuff him, get a guy down here.
Yeah.
Head's blown off.
Gone.
You told me you weren't going to kill him. Yeah, I lied.
Yeah, you should have known I was.
There's
gonna
no
lie.
question about it. And he's just so capable. I've said he killed gods.
Yeah.
Special god killing bullets,
Right.
but still killed gods with just his guns. Just a dude with guns.
After it was like Dark Reign, I think he got a bunch of villains tech. So he had like goblin bombs and like he had the glider.
That is so
and
fucking
he was
cool.
he just was going around and absolutely murking people, bro.
And like people don't like him. Like
no,
in the
in
other
universe,
character,
in
it's
universe,
hilarious.
Nobody seems to like him.
They're like, they hear something's going on. They're like, "That's Frank. Damn it! Who's doing this? Who wants to go take care of it?
Dude.
Can we just let him go? Like, we can't. Like, we can't let him just do his thing.
Scare him off, please.
He probably just killed like 30 people in there.
If we don't make a show of it, he'll kill more.
That is so cool. Like the getting the goblin bombs in the glider. That's so awesome. I know he got some cool Iron Man tech guns
War
and stuff
Machine
and like
outfit. Yeah,
it was awesome. He's always cool. Always freaking cool.
He's almost like Batman in a lot of ways, where he has to plan because he's a guy. So his plans are amazing. He's not just a good shot and he's going to run in and shoot.
No, it's not all that.
It's planned out and thought of. If he's fighting superheroes, he's got huge bombs ready to go off in the trash can next to him that they're meeting in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then down the alleyway, there's a bunch of
there's
wires for like more.
It is set up.
Yeah.
He's nasty with prep time.
Yes.
Like Batman, I think that's a very good comparison because he needs it. He can't just kick door and start shooting unless it's just a gang, which he does that
dudes,
too.
If it's dudes, then he can just do whatever. But any sort of superhero interaction or whatever.
And hasn't he become... What else? He's taken the mantle. He was Space Punisher for a while. Ghost Rider. That's what I thought it was.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was an amazing
cool.
story.
And anything you give him just makes him cooler.
Yeah.
He wore a Captain America suit one time, and Captain America wore a Punisher suit one time.
Oh, really?
Wasn't that Frank as Captain America? And then he made the Punisher logo on the Captain America suit.
Oh, yes. I remember the Punisher logo on the Captain American suit.
Was that Frank wearing it or Steve?
I don't remember.
Either way, rad as hell.
Sick looking.
Love that character, man.
Yeah.
I read a bunch of the Max stuff.
Yes.
And then the one of the 2000 series. And it's just cool.
It's just fun. It's so fun.
Love him.
Yeah.
He's definitely, 4. So mine, Spider-Man, Batman, Nightcrawler, and Punisher, which is really, really weird list.
Oh, no. I don't feel like so.
What do you feel about villains on your list?
Dr. Doom would be the first thing that comes to mind villain-wise.
And see, all mine are Marvel. Every single one of them.
Yeah.
Oh, no, DC. Sorry, Batman.
Yeah.
But damn, that's all Marvel. I'm trying to think like what other like characters we've covered on our show that like I love.
But they're not. They can be our favorites.
No,
because there's not enough of it, and we, like you said, we haven't absorbed enough of it.
We need catalog and
time with it,
discographies.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I mean, Dick Tracy would be up there.
Oh, really?
Because I had the audio tapes. I've read comics before. I watched the movies. Like, and I'm thinking more impact on me.
Yeah.
Like who's there. So like Batman's so obvious because the movies were in the 90s when we were growing up. There's the badass TV show. Mm-hmm. Batman was everywhere and just cool.
Yeah.
He's still everywhere and still cool.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's easy. And Spider-Man is for the same thing.
Right.
Same exact reason. But trying to like decide, okay, which ones do I like and why is really difficult. I'm making fun of you because you can't do it. It's difficult for me too. Right. Man. I think that's why people ask that dumb question because it's difficult, and then they're gonna yell at you and be like, "Well,
it's a good way to argue." Yeah, it's a fun way to argue, is what it is.
Yes, exactly. So let me hear your definitive top 4.
Wolverine.
Yep.
Punisher. Mm-hmm. Deadpool. Spawn.
I'd say Spawn.
And then
I'm surprised Venom isn't in there.
That's I'm trying to decide between Spider-Man and Venom.
Ooh, okay. But you're at 4 already.
Yeah, I know. I'm just
top 5.
That's
then top lowest. 5 Deadpool would be on mine.
Yeah, there you go.
Deadpool would definitely be on mine. And then it'd probably go into like Bishop and Cyclops.
Right
and then,
below. Yeah.
Cool. And then I'd start getting into Rising Stars. John.
Oh, man.
John's number 6.
Nice. Shout out.
John, I don't remember his last name, but John from Rising Stars is like my number 6. That was super impactful to me. That's one of my favorite comics ever.
Really, really good.
That's a good one. So, yeah. I'm surprised you're top 5 here. So you said between Venom and Spider-Man?
Yeah. It was like the last, would be number 5, basically.
Spawn was your 4th?
Yeah.
You said Wolverine,
Deadpool, Punisher, and then Spawn.
Spawn. Okay.
Yeah, for 4. And then right after that would be Venom or Spider-Man.
Or Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So I know you love Sabretooth as well.
He's on my list as well.
Yeah, okay.
I just realized I didn't mention him. So I love Sabretooth so much. And he would be like probably like at least on the top 7 or top 8 or something.
That'd be cool. Like we come back at this later and like build an actual list.
I'll have more time to think about it.
Yeah, and we'll add to it. We just did top 5, so now think of or top 4. Now do another 3.
A lot of these ones on here would be what it would one of them.
But I mean, we'll come back and actually make it like this is my number 1.
Okay.
You know, and like start like whittling away at this
Gotcha.
actual list.
Okay, cool.
That can change. Cause I'm trying to think like other characters like the Shadow was cool, but not anything I was ever into.
I had another one that you and me talked about earlier, but I didn't tell you it was on my list. Warlock,
nice.
Yeah, because
Warlock is so cool.
Love him in the comics, bro. He's so good.
And then when he's pals with
Teams up
Cypher,
with Cypher, shit, there's
Didn't
no
they-
better duo,
dude.
They literally became the same person for a while.
They were
It was
okay.
sick, bro.
He had a person who can read any language,
Anything
as techno organic
parts and can interact with computers and shit.
anything.
And language means fighting. It means the language of the universe.
Dude, he could lie. He knew when you were lying because your body language tells him you were lying.
Yeah.
He knew how to seduce anyone
Yeah.
because of body language. He knew how to fight because he's like, oh, it's just dancing and language.
of fighting. Yeah.
Language of fighting.
Yeah. Hey, I remember one time he started doing like chemical equations and shit because he goes, "It's the language of the universe."
Yeah, dude. That's so cool.
Yeah. And then when you team it up with Warlock, now Warlock is a crazy strong fighter and he can interact with all the technology and stuff. So now you got an insanely big brain foe hero with also now he's actually got fighting skills.
Some skills.
Yeah.
So where is Daredevil anywhere?
Not really. I did like Daredevil, but I wouldn't say he's up there.
Ninja Turtles.
I didn't read shit for Ninja Turtles.
See, I didn't either. I think that was all
Not till
later when I
recently.
read I think so. Well, I say recent, probably me in the last 15 years.
Oh, right.
But I remember a time when I did that because I never got into Star Wars comics and any other like big show like that, like Transformers, never did any of those.
No.
So, I mean, Terminator, Predator, any stuff like that.
Predator versus Aliens. I went crazy with those comics as a kid and the books. So I didn't. That was something that I knew I didn't want to say because I was like, I don't even.
That's cheap.
It's like never the same Predator in those comics. There's very few where it's like you could be. It's the same. It's Ahab.
This is
There's like
Butch.
a few of them. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like building a top 10 is super intriguing to me because my list surprised me.
Really?
With thought and effort put into it, it surprised me. Spider-Man, Batman is not surprising.
Oh, right.
Nightcrawler, I'm sure, would make people be like, what? Really? And then Punisher, people would probably be like, cool. But I'm thinking, like I said, Impact. Nightcrawler was so cool when I was a kid, and I've loved him since. That's, despite not reading a bunch of like individual series. Does he have?
Yeah,
a bunch of
remember I
series?
just got some in that comic drop we got.
Okay.
There's like a couple of issues in there,
I've
and they're old. I think it's from the 80s.
Oh,
maybe
okay. That's
maybe
probably
it's 90s.
why I didn't read it.
yeah, it looks like the 80s, but it might be the 90s. I'm
like
not sure.
2000s X-Men was where I was at with them, so that was all the Nightcrawler
You've seen him
stuff
in the
I
new
read.
costume that he's got in like the Uncanny Night. Oh my god,
Uncanny X-Force?
Have you seen the new costume for
Doomsday? Avengers Doomsday? For the Avengers Doomsday movie?
No.
He's in Avengers Doomsday. Alan
Nightcrawler?
Cummings.
Oh, gotcha.
As Nightcrawler.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. They got too many people in that movie.
Too many people in the movie. But Nightcrawler's cool.
Yeah, he's dope.
I like his teleport. I always wished I could teleport. If
It's super strong power.
dude, if I
Even
got
his-
granted wishes, to teleport might be the first thing I asked for.
Even his, with all the limitations he has, it's still crazy powerful.
You have to be there. Have to have been there before because you have to see it.
Yeah, have to see it in line of sight. And I think whenever
Oh yeah, he
tried-
can't go far.
he was traveling across the ocean in one of the comics, and it was like he was only doing like 3 miles, like less than 3 miles at a
Mm-hmm.
time. It was like 0.3 miles or something. And he was poof.
Yeah, it's not far.
Poof. all the
But
way
for
across.
fighting, it's incredible
Oh, dude.
and so awesome to watch and see. So yeah, I'm sure Nightcrawler would surprise some people. But see, Deadpool almost beat him out. If you give me a couple weeks, I might be like, nope, it's Deadpool actually, because that's real close.
We got real into Deadpool for a while.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, I didn't know who he was.
Mhm.
I found him on the Ultimate Alliance game.
Right.
We were younger, way younger. This is probably like first couple of years of us hanging out.
Right.
And me being like, who's that dude in the red?
Uh-huh.
This is like 2006 or 7 or something.
Yeah, probably.
And I'm like, who's that? And you're like, Deadpool. I'm like, who's Deadpool? You're like,
Yeah.
oh, dude, fucking awesome. Can't
Yeah.
die. Badass. Talks a bunch of shit. Like,
Yeah. It's an easy pitch
Mhm.
for a teenage boy, especially. It's
Man,
pretty simple.
I bet other X-Men would be on my list. So what about villains? Joker's probably in my top 10 favorites.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, dude, Joker's someone I wish was there when he's not.
Uh-huh.
I get excited when it's him or he's gonna show up.
Right.
Always excited. Super intriguing. What's he gonna do? Just a big character that, it's kind of obvious answer, low-hanging fruit.
Mm-hmm.
Like Batman. But yeah,
Right.
dude, I
It's just
love
true.
Joker.
If it's true, you got it. You know what I mean?
I mean, everything except the movie about him.
Oh, right.
That movie
Jeez.
sucked.
Yeah, no good.
No, but one day make this definitive 10
See?
10 character list of favorite comic books characters. God damn it. I'm done. I'm
Yeah.
done with this
Yeah.
discussion
Yeah.
tabled for another time.
Next time.
Spawn's a good answer.
Mm-hmm.
That Spawn was
I
really
was
cool.
super into Spawn.
He's definitely in my top 10. Angel Spawn is one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
So many good things about Spawn.
Because I watched that show when I was a kid.
Uh-huh.
I watched it.
HBO.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was bad. I
It was
watched it.
all black with
All
a little bit of
just
red
dark.
streaks across it.
I'm in a dark room watching this black screen
Yeah.
with like just a white eyes walking around. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, maybe some trash cans and some garbage.
Or a
that
rat
was like
running
a
by.
rat always.
That's damn near blacked out.
yeah.
All right. We're on the socials. We're at Instagram and TikTok at Flipping Pages 24. We're on Facebook, but it's kind of a war zone in there. I wouldn't go there, but we're there at Flipping Pages with Matt and Adam. Best way to support us, follow, like, subscribe on the socials and YouTube. Do the discussions go on YouTube? I don't believe they do.
Nah, it's sometimes we put specials up on there, sometimes not.
Yeah, we'll put this one up. I'll put this one up for everyone. This
There
will
you
be
go.
on YouTube. So when you hear me say that, you'll know it's true because it's on YouTube.
Because you're watching it on YouTube.
This is our second discussion. We had an anime manga discussion.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, damn. Oh, my God. Do they count comic book characters? Could I say,
Manga
like
characters?
Goku
We
and
usually
shit?
separate the two worlds, usually, for the most part.
But they're
So I would
comics.
say save that till we do an best
t-
manga characters list.
Oh, that's cool. That's very short and pretty easy.
Well,
I could
yeah,
probably
for
do it-
us,
I could
yeah.
probably do it right now, but yeah. All right. I'm out this piece. Been chunked.
Deuces.
Keep it Houston for everyone.